Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, the beard's coming on well. It'll be coming off before I go back to work. I wouldn't worry about that. I need a bit of just for many here, don't I? What I thought we'd do today is we'll have a quick look at these overseas players in the Westmorland League and see what we think about them. Now, we've done a little bit of research, so let's see where we are. Appleby, first of all. I'm just going to go in alphabetical order. They've got a guy called Jack Sutton. Now, he plays for Gosnells in Western Australia, so that's Western Australia Premier Cricket. Ben Allison went over there, had a season with them in the winter. Be interesting to see what he thought of the standard, because he took a while to adapt. So this Jack Sutton, he's a batter and a spinner. He got 328 runs at 27 in the winter and 19 wickets at 27. I think he's a decent player. Second and third grade for Gosnells in Western Australia Premier Cricket is pretty good. I think he's appropriate for the standard. He'll be one of the better ones, I think. Arnside have got a young lad called Rivan Stoneman, who's about 9 feet 8 tall. He's a seam bowling all-rounder, plays for Sinoville in Titans cricket. That's Pretoria, South Africa. Plays a mixture of seconds and thirds. Didn't play much over the winter. 220 runs at 44 and 7 wickets at 17. I think he'll be all right for Arnside as a seam bowling all-rounder and a young lad. I think he'll be all right. As long as he don't get mistaken for a tree, he'll be fine. Carth, we've got Jerry Wagback, University New South Wales Premier Cricket, mainly 4th and 5th grade. And over the winter, didn't bowl much, just took 1 wicket at 82. He got 314 runs at 22.43, so didn't have a brilliant season. Hopefully it's the ground running. You'll notice him this year because he's got a couple of earrings and he's bleached his hair, so he looks like a proper Australian. Coniston, they've got Joshua Davies back, Port Sorrel A grade, and Latrobe Demons. That's in Tasmania regional cricket, which is like the second step down after Premier Cricket. I'm not sure what standard it is. Some of it's on artificial. 245 runs at 24.5, and I think he's keeping wicket at Coniston this year. So good luck to him. Haverig, Joel Marie, Old Grey Cricket Club, South Africa. I can't find any stats on him at all, so I'm totally empty there. Home, they've got Jarvis back, sponsored by the Smithy pub. I think because he gave him so much money over the bar last year, they've decided to sponsor him this year. If there's no cricket on in Holme at any point during the week, I guess you'll probably find him in the Smithy. That's my information anyway. He plays for Dampier Taverners in the Country A grade in Western Australia, right up on the north coast of Western Australia. 319 runs at 18.76 and 15 wickets at 21.67. He did all right for Holme last year. He fitted in quite well into the league, and I think he's appropriate for the standard. Lindel, they've got Werner Bradell back from Durbanville CC in South Africa. No, can't find any stats on him. The South African stats portal's not great. It's not as good as the Australian one and the New Zealand one. The Australian one is absolutely mint. It's superb. Last year, you'll remember in the Westmorland League, 599 runs at 24.96 and 31 wickets at 22.45. Proper all-rounder. He'll do well again for Lindel. And so they've got Ryan Gilmore back as well this year from injury. I think they're going to be a side to watch, so he'll do well. Morecambe don't have an overseas for the second team at the moment. The only club that don't. Cedric, now they've got Pat Lockwood. I met him briefly. He seems a nice lad. He plays for St Patrick's, second grade, that's in Albury cricket, which is like Victoria country cricket. It's not far from Shepperton. He's a wicket-keeper bat. 18 dismissals over the winter and 220 runs at 110, so he doesn't give his wicket away, so that's good. So should we have a look then at Settle? They've got a lad called Sebastian Woods. He plays for Applecross. That's in the Western Australia Suburban Turf Cricket Association. That's a mouthful. Wastakar, he plays there. Applecross in the first grade. He's a seam bowling all-rounder, 78 runs at 13, so it suggests he's more a bowler, 16 wickets at 23.5. Pushes it through a bit. I've watched a bit of footage of him. He pushes it through a bit, definitely. I think he'll be all right for Settle. Ulverston, they've got George Drivas now. He plays for Adelaide, mainly second and third grade, and that's in South Australia Premier Cricket. That's a good standard, that. 71 runs at 10.14 and 16 wickets at 30.69. He's already had a 5 in the Westmorland League. Seam bowling all-rounder. If he gets used to the slopes, he won't bowl as many no balls, I think. He's a good player. Gives it a bit of a whack, and I think he's a decent bowler. And then the jack in the box, really, I think. Wharton have come on to a good one here. Taylor Gilbert is only young, he's only 18. Bellingham CC, which is Country New South Wales first grade, so that's out too far out of the city, really, from Sydney to play in city grade cricket. It's too much of a distance, so he plays in country first grade for Bellingham. Again, he's a seam bowling all-rounder. I saw him at the weekend. Bats very well, bowls very well, a really good line, decent length, and he can play all the shots. He's a good player. 366 runs at 26.14 in the winter and 33 wickets at 20.45. I think Wharton have a good one. He's got a lot to carry there, but I think he's all right. I think he might be a proper player. So we'll look out for Taylor Gilbert's stats as we go through the season, because I think he's going to be quite successful. So that's where we are at the moment. Fingers crossed all these lads do well, and it'll be nice to see them play where I can throughout the season. So that's your update there. Werner Bradell's going to have a good season. I think Jack Sutton at Appleby's going to have a good season. Taylor Gilbert's going to be all right at Wharton, and hopefully Jerry Wagg gets his act together and gets some runs at Carth. The only person in the world who hasn't got runs at Carth. Unbelievable. So maybe ditch that hairstyle, go to Turkish barbers, get that sorted out, and throw your earrings away. Look forward to giving you another update at some point as we go through the season. Thanks for watching, guys.